Hello everyone, this is a practical course tour, just a brief video to ensure that you can navigate the Canvas site to get to the things that you need and that you know what you need to do for the course. This is the home page here we're on, and it has some things on it that you should look at, but the best thing to do and what you'll be doing normally is just hitting on modules in the main menu, and that will bring you to the part of the site where it's actually useful. This is where all the readings are, the videos, the study questions, the different assignments for the course. Again, there's no book to buy for this course. All of the readings have been uploaded to the Canvas site and are available right now. The course is more or less organized by week, and one of the things you can think about, or one of the ways you can think about the course, is that there are regular weekly assignments or regular immediate assignments, and then there are the larger assignments that are sprinkled throughout the course. But if we look at week one, we see that reading one is chapters 1 through 3 of Genesis. Just click on that, and that will bring you to the reading. I have a very slow computer, so I just usually hit that download button so that I can access the reading more quickly. But here is the reading. This is what you need to do. The most important thing for this course is to do the readings. I mean, how well you do in the course is really a matter of how well you know the readings and how you know how much you have assimilated them, so that you have something to say about them in your essays and that you can answer questions about them in the exam. So first thing, there's always the reading, and every reading has either a video or a set of videos that I've made to accompany it. Whether you watch those videos is actually none of my business, but I would strongly encourage you to. You know, you're taking a course. It's a real course, and the material is the readings. So that the better that you know the material, the better you're going to do in the course. The videos are me talking about the material, talking about the reading, going through it, emphasizing those aspects of it that I think are important. So I would recommend watching the videos. I think that you'll do better in the course, and you'll get more out of the course. If you do the videos are not a substitute for doing the readings. They are a supplement. So you really need to do the readings first and then watch the videos. And I think that it'll help. But again, I don't check to see whether you've watched the videos. That's entirely up to you. But I figure you're taking a course. You want to understand the material as well as you can. So the videos should help. So that, yeah, this is a playlist on my YouTube channel where I've made videos about Genesis 1 through 3 for you. So right. So first you see the reading, then you see the videos, and then for every reading, as well as a set of videos, there is a set of study questions. These are the first assignments that you'll be doing, the study questions. And there is a set of study questions for each reading that need to be turned in by a specific time. I've more or less I have put this is an asynchronous course. We have no live meetings, but there are things that are due. And the study questions I've more or less made due on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you look at the due date for the first set of study questions for Genesis 1 through 3, it's Tuesday, August 23rd, and then we have reading 2, Genesis 18, 19, and 22, and the study questions are due Thursday, I guess the 25th. So those study questions are really important to do. First of all, they're a requirement. They're a real assignment. They're worth something towards your final grade. Every set of study questions is worth 1 point, and they're ungraded, but I do check to see whether you are answering them all. You have to get full credit. They need to be turned in on time. You need to try to answer each question. You need to give some sort of good faith answer to each question. That is, it has to be an answer that reflects some reading knowledge, some familiarity with the text. If you just sort of put down stuff that doesn't reflect any knowledge of the text, I will not accept it. I will ask you to do it again. So you have to have some knowledge of the text, but they're not really graded. As long as you make a good faith effort to answer every question and they're turned in on time, you'll get full credit. But these study questions are important to do. What you'll see is that I will not give you feedback individually on your study question submissions. What I will do is send out videos in which I review the study questions, talk about what I had in mind in terms of why I wrote the question the way I did, and what sort of answers I was looking for. Those videos are important to watch because the study questions will form the basis of the exams, the reading knowledge exams for this course. So having a notion of what sort of answer I was looking for in a study question will do you a lot of good in terms of how you perform on the exams. So I will reiterate that. It is quite important to do the study questions and then to look at the videos in which I review the answers to the study questions or what sort of answers I had in mind. So there's a set of study questions for each reading, and they are always due, they're due when they're due, but they're due Tuesdays and Thursdays by midnight. So the first set is due this August 23rd, second August 25th, and then we get into week 2, same thing, Tuesdays and Thursdays. If study questions are submitted late, they get half credit. So you want to get in the habit of doing them on time. Besides the study questions, the other regular assignment is the discussion board. The discussion board is a weekly discussion board, and the discussion board will be open for the entire week, and there is a prompt where you're asked to respond to a basic question about some aspect of what we read for the week. Keep this in mind too. To get full credit for the discussion board, you must post at least twice. Your first post should be your own thoughts in response to the prompt, whatever you have to say, and make it thoughtful, make it interesting, so that somebody can respond. But your first post should be your own thoughts in response to the prompt. And then you must make at least one reply. It should be a thoughtful reply. It can't just be, oh, I like this, or I agree, or something like that. It has to address something specific and concrete that somebody said. So you have to post at least twice to get full credit for the discussion board. So those are your weekly tasks, the study questions and the discussion board. The discussion board has to be done by the due date, which is by Sunday at midnight. So week 1, you'll have a discussion board. You have a discussion board requirement, and it has to be done by Sunday at midnight, this coming Sunday at midnight, and it's always like that. So then we move through the course, as we know from the thematic course overview. It's more or less just units of the course. And then we get to our essays. The first essay is due September 18th. And it has to do with the Old Testament. There will be essays after each unit of the course, and they're always the same sort of assignment. All of your essays for this course must be based on an original idea of your own, on one or more of the assigned readings. Any idea for the essay and any approach to it is fine as long as it relates to the readings in some way. It should be a formal essay. It's not just jotting some things down. It should be a formal essay, but short, 2 pages, which is about 500 words. This will be a requirement after every unit of the course. An additional requirement after every unit of the course will be a reading knowledge exam, which I'll talk about in some detail afterwards, after this. So we look at the course requirements, if I can get there. So, of course, doing the readings is the most important thing. I mean, actually reading the readings. Then there's the videos, which are optional, but I would strongly encourage you to watch the videos. Study questions are due for each reading, and they're due on a Tuesday, Thursday schedule. So the first reading, study questions are due Tuesday by midnight, second Thursday by midnight, etc. We have the discussion boards, which is also an ungraded assignment. As long as you write something thoughtful, you'll get full credit for that. Each discussion board is worth 1 point, just as each study question assignment is worth 1 point. Then we have the reading knowledge exams. I'll talk more about them, but the reading knowledge exams will ask you basic questions about what we read in that unit. For instance, the first unit being the Old Testament readings of Genesis, Exodus, and Job, actually excerpts from all three of those, based more or less on the study questions. So thoughtfully doing the study questions and watching the study question review videos will help a lot in preparation for that. And then the formal essays, those essays in which you have to come up with an idea of your own, commenting on some aspect of what we read. And those the exams and the formal essays will both be graded. So they'll be graded assignments. And that is it in terms of requirements. That is the study questions, the discussion board, which are ungraded assignments, and then the reading knowledge exams and the formal essays that are due, the 500-word or 2-page formal essays that are due after each unit. Due dates should be obvious from the Canvas site and will be in the course schedule and in the syllabus. If you have any questions about anything that I've said so far, any practical aspect of the course, please let me know. Just let me make one thing clear. Late study questions will be half credit. So you can turn them in late. Discussion boards cannot be done late. Essays can be turned in late with a penalty, and exams cannot be done late. That is, once the discussion board is closed, you can't do it. You just have to take a 0 for it. And once an exam is closed, exams will be open for a good period, so that you'll have time to do it, fit it into your schedule. But once that exam closes, you will not be able to do it. So it's important to keep up with the course. I mean, I think students who do well in the course are the ones who remember that they're taking the course. Students who do badly in the course are the people who ignore it for long periods of time. They miss assignments. They don't keep up with the readings, so they don't do well. I think as long as you work on a regular basis for the course, you should do fine. So if you have any questions about anything I've said, please let me know. Contact me by my email or on the cell phone number, by the cell phone number that's on the syllabus.